Buried in GTR 5's game files, data miners found voice recordings of Michael and Trevor pretending to be a married couple. They are posing as house hunters, touring a cartel boss's mansion, casing every room for a heist that would end with them escaping on horseback while dressed as clowns. That is not a fever dream. That was a real mission Rockstar built, voice-acted, and coded before ripping it out of the game entirely. It was called the Sharmuta Job. It had 3 playable approaches, 2 preparation missions, a hacker crew, and a horse named after an Arabic insult. And it would have completely changed Trevor and Patricia's love story if it had shipped. This is the GTA 5 heist you never got to play. What the Sharmuta Job actually was, the Sharmuta Job, also called the Nice House Heist in some leftover code, was a fully planned heist mission for GTA 5's single-player story. It involved Michael and Trevor robbing the mansion owned by Martin Madrazo, the cartel boss, who spends most of the game threatening to murder everyone. The heist had a proper 3-phase structure: planning, preparation, and execution, the same format Rockstar used for every other heist in the game. The target list was simple but ridiculous. Steal a wall safe full of cash, steal Martin Madrazo's prized racehorse, and kidnap his wife Patricia, although depending on which approach you chose, that last part happened by accident. Data miners found the heist buried in leftover text entries on the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. Rockstar tends to leave traces of cut content in their code, and the Sharmuta Job left behind more evidence than most. Audio files, dialogue scripts, references to characters that never made it to the final game. Even the code for Madrazo's house interior was still partially in the files. Players have used glitches over the years to clip through the walls of the ranch and see the rooms that were built for this heist but never opened to the public. The setup, Michael and Trevor go house hunting the preparation phase, is where this heist gets genuinely funny. Martin Madrazo's ranch was listed for sale on the in-game real estate market. Michael and Trevor's plan was to book a viewing appointment and tour the property, pretending to be interested buyers so they could case every room. Here is the detail that would have made this one of the funniest cutscenes in the entire game. In the audio files, Michael is called Albert, which was his beta name before Rockstar changed it to Michael DeSanta. And the two of them are posing as a gay couple to the real estate agent, a character named Jackie who was also cut from the game. Trevor sounds completely comfortable with the act. Michael does not. You can hear the discomfort in the leftover audio. Trevor is leaning into the roleplay while Michael is trying to hold it together long enough to memorize the layout of the house. It is classic Michael and Trevor energy. Trevor pushing every boundary while Michael silently dies inside. During the tour, players would have scouted security camera locations, guard positions, the safe on the wall, and the stables where Madrazo kept his prized horse. After the viewing, you would choose one of 3 approaches for the heist itself. Approach 1, Night Stealth. The Night Stealth approach is the most grounded of the 3. Michael and Trevor break into the mansion at night with the help of a hired hacker who disables the security system. They sneak through the house, pull the safe out of the wall, and head to the stables for the horse. The problem is Patricia Madrazo. She wakes up during the break-in. Trevor encounters her, and instead of tying her up and leaving, he ends up taking her with them. Not because the heist requires it, because Trevor sees how Martin treats her, makes a split-second decision, and carries her out. The kidnapping of Patricia is not the plan. It is Trevor being Trevor. This is where the heist connects to the rest of the game. In the final version of GTA 5, Trevor kidnapping Patricia happens entirely off-screen in a cutscene after the Caida Libre mission. You see Trevor walking away with her, and the next time you switch to him, she is in his trailer making dinner. The Sharmuta Job would have let you actually play through that kidnapping in real time. Approach 2. High impact. This is where Rockstar went off the rails. In the high impact approach, Michael and Trevor attend a party at the Madrazo estate disguised as mime artists. Professional mimes, face paint, and everything. The plan is supposed to be subtle. Get into the party, blend in with the entertainment, quietly grab the safe while nobody is watching. But this is a Gita heist, which means nothing stays quiet. Michael and Trevor end up tying up every single guest at the party, then getting into a full-blown shootout with Madrazo's private security. Mexican cartel soldiers versus 2 men in mime costumes with assault rifles. After clearing the security, they grab the safe, steal the horse, and take Patricia. The escape would have been one of the most absurd sequences in GTA history. Two mimes on horseback, fleeing a burning mansion with a kidnapped woman and a wall safe. That image alone is worth the price of whatever delk it would have been packaged in. Approach 3. Clown Day Stealth. If the mime version was unhinged, the Clown Day Stealth approach is certifiably insane. Michael and Trevor arrive at the party dressed as professional clowns. Full makeup, wigs, the works. Unlike the high-impact approach, this version is supposed to stay quiet. Michael and Trevor use party tricks and clown performances to distract the guests and guards while they work their way through the house. They steal the safe during one of Trevor's routines, they use the clown act to gain access to the stables, and they ride the horse out through the back of the estate while everyone is still watching the balloon animals. The Clown Day Stealth approach is the one data miners talk about the most because of how far the concept went before getting cut. Audio files exist for it. Character model references were found. The idea of Trevor Phillips, a man who has canonically eaten human flesh, performing magic tricks for a cartel boss's dinner guests while his partner steals a horse out the back door, is possibly the most GTA thing Rockstar has ever designed. And they threw it in the trash. Why Rockstar killed it there are two theories for why the Sharmuta Job was removed. Both of them are probably true. The first is the horse problem. Rockstar cut horses from GTA 5 entirely. Police scanner audio files were found in the code referencing suspects fleeing on horseback, with color descriptions for multiple horse breeds. A lasso was found as a cut weapon. The infrastructure for horses existed at some point during development, likely borrowed from Red Dead Redemption's codebase. But horses did not make it into the final game. And without rideable horses, the Sharmuta Job's escape sequence collapses. You cannot steal a prized racehorse and ride it to safety if the game engine does not support horses. The second reason is the Patricia storyline rewrite. In the Sharmuta Job, Trevor kidnaps Patricia during the heist, either accidentally or as a spontaneous decision. In the final game, that kidnapping happens in a cutscene after an entirely different mission. The shift suggests Rockstar restructured Trevor and Martin Madrazo's relationship. In the shipped version, Michael and Trevor work with Madrazo, not against him. The Qaeda Libre mission has them doing Madrazo a favor. The Sharmuta Job has them robbing him blind. Those two storylines cannot coexist, so Rockstar chose the one that gave them more narrative flexibility. The audio files also reveal that Michael was still called Albert during the Sharmuta recordings. That is significant because Albert De Silva was his name very early in development. By the time the character was renamed to Michael DeSanta, the Sharmuta Job had already been cut. It was an early casualty of development, not a late one. The other heists Rockstar deleted the Sharmuta Job was not the only deleted heist. Data miners have found evidence of at least one more cut heist and several standalone missions that never shipped. There are leftover files and promotional artwork suggesting a Heat-style bank robbery was planned for GTA 5. This would have been a downtown Los Santos shootout with Michael, Franklin and Trevor in suits and balaclavas battling through waves of LSPD officers in the financial district. Promotional artwork shows all three protagonists in matching suits and masks. The concept is believed to be an early version of the Big Score's Loud approach, which was reworked before release. A mission called Social Networking was cut from the Devon Western Strand. In that mission, Franklin creates a fake Life Invader account for a woman, uses it to lure Brucey Kibitz from GTA 4 into a meetup, and steals Brucey's custom red Stinger with an Alpha Dog license plate while Trevor takes incriminating photos. That Stinger still appears in the final game during the Pac-Man mission. Rockstar deleted the mission but left the car. A Solomon Richards mission called Final Furlong was also removed. Two separate Strangers and Freaks strands featuring a character named Magenta were cut from Michael's story. And two missions involving a band were scrapped. One where you reunite the members, and another where you stop Trevor from sabotaging their concert. Each of these had audio files recorded and code written before being shelved. The mod that brought it back, the GTA modding community, eventually did what Rockstar would not. A modder created the Sharmuta Art Heist mod for GTA 5 on PC. It lets players rob artwork from Madrazo's ranch, recreating the general concept of the original heist using the same location. After completing the robbery, Madrazo's guards chase you through Los Santos in a custom pursuit sequence. The mod is not the full Sharmuta job. There are no clown costumes, no horses, and no Patricia kidnapping. But it proves that the location, the mansion interior, and the basic heist structure still work inside the game engine 13 years later. The bones of the Sharmuta job are still in GT 5. Rockstar just never let anyone play them. The Sharmuta job had 3 approaches: 2 prep missions, a hacker for hire, a prized racehorse, a cartel boss's wife, and the option to dress as either a mime or a clown while robbing a Mexican drug lord's mansion in broad daylight. The audio was recorded, the code was written, the interior was built, and Rockstar scrapped it because they cut horses from the game and rewrote the Patricia Madrazo storyline. Somewhere in a Rockstar hard drive, there are finished voice recordings of Michael and Trevor pretending to be married while casing a house. Trevor is having the time of his life. Michael wants to evaporate. And the player never got to hear any of it, because game development is the only industry where you can build something brilliant and delete it without telling anyone. If you want to see the full story Rockstar deleted from GT 5, including the 8 cancelled DLCs and the zombie expansion, that video is on screen now. I will catch you in the next one.